multiple other Android features like like importing other libraries. But if you directly go to prior to programming track, then it will be just like telling you the master course for Android where you can do this course and you get very high paid internships. Till my experience, I know that till my experience I know that if you successfully complete prior to programming experience track, then you will also get certificate as just as I told you in previous session. I can guarantee you that you can get easily an Android internship up to 5K a month because I know what kind of test they have. As I have applied for one, and that time I learned about Android architectures, and this is the same thing again and again coming into the prior programming experience track. So that's why I suggest, because that is something like professional course, and I don't think that even if majority of us already know what is recycler view or what is Android, but we are not that experienced in Kotlin. Majority of us are okay with Java, but not that much comfortable in Kotlin to directly go to that level. So I will again and again insist you. And okay, so when you will start this course, these are few units. Today we will do unit one, Kotlin basics for Android layouts. Okay, so unit one, it's deep in there. Okay, yeah. Here there are five tracks, so four tracks. Okay, four tracks. We are going to complete these three today. So, and once I will finish those, I will be waiting for you so that you can go through them. If you face any difficulty or if you don't find anything similar, then you can ask me, or we are free to help you here. So just like explore it once. Go to here. So these are basically the content what is inside there. So here there are code labs. Here there are videos. This is introduction video in Kotlin. These are how to write your first Kotlin app and create a birthday message. And once you take the quiz, you once you complete the quiz, and then you get a badge. And if you want to see what the badges look like altogether, this is how you check your badges. And if you want to get certificate at end of this program, then you have to necessarily give us a screenshot of your badges. I have 22, but you will have 21 because I have one more of DSC. And it's okay if you have 10, but those 10 must be this numbered ones, 1 2 3 till 10. Then and then only you are going to get certificate from DSC PCC, or you will get an certificate of appreciation and that kind of thing. And if you also, and one more announcement from RDSC is that we have recently got developer account. And if you want to showcase your apps which you have learned to make through this course, then you can share those APKs or those code with us. They are necessarily to be maintained Kotlin. And once you do that, that app will be hosted on Play Store through our DSC account. And one more thing is, once if your app is good enough, then we are going to choose, actually from our campus we are going to choose which apps we have received are good. And we are asked by Google to submit those links to Google, and they will showcase your app on their Google handles, like on Instagram or Twitter or all those public pages or public apps, websites, whatever you call them. And one more thing is, you have to complete at least prior to programming experience track in till 25th of January to get certificate of completion or appreciation, which you can show on LinkedIn or anything else. Uh, but after I go through this track, I'm pretty sure that once you get all those certificates and goodies, then it will be worth it, because till my experience, none of us knew much about architectures. I've seen a few people from last year, just like they are so less that I can count them on fingers. Few of them are in our DSC Android team also. So they are only one or two present who knows what the architectures are, how to work with them. So that kind of thing that is taught to you in prior to programming experience track. That's why I insist you to finish those as soon as you are possible. So let's start with today's session. Today we are going to do these three: Android basics, introduction to Kotlin, basics, create your first Android app, and then basics, build a basic layout. This is for basically who are completely new to Android. So once we are going to get you through these three done, and then you have to do other at your own pace. And when next time we have another session, then you can ask your doubts, or I will be waiting here for your doubts for a few time. Okay, let's get started. So I think these tools were video. Yeah, yeah, this is also a video. Please don't count to your completion as such. So let's get started with your first program in Kotlin. I insist you to go to this website and start practicing with us if you want to get with hands-on experiences. See, this is the website g.co and study jams. I'm putting this on chat section so that you can successfully go there and start participating with us. Okay, so these were the few basics which I taught you in last session. So let's just go through them again. Okay, this is before you begin. Yeah, these are some basics. Yeah. Okay. So today we are going to practice on Kotlin Playground. This is something good from Google side because I have experienced this, as you don't need any Kotlin support to run this. So one this is basic template. Just run it here. Yeah. See, it runs fun main print hello world. Again, then let's go there. Yeah, this is basic how to start. I think we need to do one more also because we would have much more time. Okay, this is happy birthday. Let's run this again. This is happy birthday. Now see this how it runs. This is actually to make you feel comfortable with Kotlin. So we will go through that fast. Just I'm going to explain you now. Okay. See, now this is print line, like print new line, just like we saw in previous session. So this is going to print whatever you pass to it in this string. So this is like happy birthday. Then next print line works, it prints Jansi. If in the next print line work you are 25. So if I remove this one, you can see the difference now. What happens? See, those that all thing come in one line. So this is the ideal output what you should get with dealing with errors. Yeah, just like you can't just pass a word and expect it to work. See, it treats them as a variable. Now Jhansi is not defined beforehand. So it's going to but obviously give me error that it is not resolved. Okay. Yeah, this is just solution code and again all the same things. Just do this. What happened here? And I'm done with this. I think I've done this already. What is this showing again? Okay, now we are going to go with birthday message introduction. Okay, yeah, this is actually we are going to learn in this how to make birthday cake in our terminal using print commands and all the other loop concepts and those concepts function or uh, classes object oriented programming basically in Kotlin. So this is something we saw. Just I'm copy pasting because these are basic println commands. Okay, and doing this. Okay, okay, I'm just going to check. So I just want to see. Uh, yeah, hello. It's completely. I just want to see if you are following through us, means you're following along. Then I request you to put your reactions in chats because it will be helpful for us to know that how many of are practicing now, because it will be glad for me to know that we were doing all this session together. Okay, so Param is doing with us, and yeah, I just hope many of you are doing with us now, because I know that many of you are going through your submissions, so it will be difficult for you to do later on. So now you are already present and you know many of things. Just practice with us now only. It's okay. So yeah, these are just basic commands. Something like this up. And we have to. Okay. This is how they make their birthday cake now. This is basically all handwritten, and you can see this is tedious job. But in further, we are going to see how it works. Yeah, this is how you put comments, just like using double slash. Then this is not going to work. And the next one will to commands. Yeah, see. Basically, for those you are completely new, the comments are just that piece of code which never runs. That is just only to help other developers know what you have done in your code. So I'm just not typing all this because that will take too much time. It's already 20 minutes past. Just copy and pasting it so that we can do it a bit fast. See, here here now it's not something that is difficult now, but in case in future you write a function or you write an class, then the other programmers will face some issues, like when we were working in Android team, then there was many blocks of code which were difficult to understand in Flutter, but because of comments it's really helpful for us to know what the other developer has done there. So okay, so create variables. Just no, it's not going to be. It is fine. Basically, val, just like we discussed in previous session, that val is something constant. You can't change val. There is nothing to print. That's what showing that. Yeah. So if I change value of it, it's going to work. See, val is a special word used by Kotlin called a keyword, indicating that what follows is the name of variable. Here age is a variable, equal to is assign. It is like, how can I say that? It is operator to assign a value to a variable. So in case you want to print it, see, there are two ways to print just like you can print this. If you want to write two or more statements, then you can print like, hmm, what is your age. You can do this way, or one more way is, just let me comment this out here. This is also one more use of comments, that you can stop those code which you might need in future, but you don't want to run it now. This is one more way of concatenating it with string. And then this is dollar name. So it works. So yeah, these are just basic multiplication operation. And okay, you are already age. I'm supposed to put in. Oh, got it. Okay, till now, if anyone is following along us, so just let me know in comment section that have you reached till now, or you are facing any problem, or your links are not working, anything like that, so that we can share links for Kotlin playground. Or let me just share with you. Just I just request to all of you that you just go there and start practicing now only. Please share the link of Kotlin playground. Okay, sure. Just can you help for it, please? Because I think there is some auth user link.
Uh, yes, yes, whatever.
Okay, just share the Kotlin playground link with our viewers in comment section. They just want
Oh, yes.
Kotlin playground link so that they can follow along us. See, now you can change the value of age. So we have, I think, reached the ideal output. Yeah, it's completely working. So now, yeah, here we are. We have again changed to find a new variable. Happy birthday. Okay, replace the name Rover in the birthday message with a variable as shown. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Okay. You can add one or more variable. You can add wage message using the name variable you are. Where is this line? Yeah. So see if we have now reached the ideal output. Yeah. These are few basics. We are again revising this. So that just we are done with one of our beginner units in Kotlin. Okay. So now we are printing a birthday banner with borders. Okay, this is something which we want. Create a function with border. Okay. So I think I'm just going to comment all this. So basically, I hope you are just okay with now that this is basically print commands. Now there is nothing new, but we are going to do those. Okay, now we are starting something. So now here they have asked us to define a function in Kotlin. Print order. Basically, what it does is just run this command. Is this the same? And now just replace this command with in border so that you don't have to write all those equal to's this many times. See, the output still remains same. Okay, so now there is something interesting now. See, this is a kind of loop. This is a special keyword in Kotlin. Repeat. So it's like a loop. It's like a for loop or while loop. It's just going to repeat itself 23 times. So now we're just going to change this to repeat itself 23 times, and what it should do is it should just print equal to. Just typing it should do print so that we get a new line here so that our output doesn't change. So what it will do is the output again remains same because we are going to get the same output, but just we are going to optimize our code. Now you can just compare with previous code that you don't have to write equal to 23 times, or you don't have to copy and paste and be concerned will it work or not. Okay. So I think now this is for borders. Okay. So now we are defining a variable for a border so that we can change to any kind of border in future if we want. Okay, this wasn't supposed to be, sorry. In case in future you want a different kind of border so that you can change it. But just I'm keeping it same for time being. It has just asked to keep border here. This code will not work as they have already shown there because we haven't defined a function in that way. We have defined just function to have nothing as our parameters. See, now we are adding a parameter to our function. So we are we are going to have a parameter called border, which is of data type string. So now in case we run it, output is same, but if I pass the different border, it's still going to print the previous one just because we haven't changed the value in our repeat function. Yeah. See here there is a change in output because now we are able to get whatever the whatever kind of output we want. So now we are going to get a bit complex. Okay, these are the same things again. Okay, just can anyone in chat box can write a code which will give me this kind of output. Just do it fast. I'm waiting for your response for 2 minutes. We'll wait for 2 minutes. Just I want to see that what we should write in main function with this kind of code we have typed in our playground so that we get this kind of output. I know there are 2 to 3 ways of getting it, but I just want to see what you do to get this kind of output. Is there anyone funny? Just tell them we are going to go further. You can scan it out if you have till now in the current session. I don't think anyone will have, but in case. Okay, guys. Is this that hard that you can't write any code in main function to get this kind of output? Yes. Hey, come on. Okay. So modify a function. Now we are going to modify our function further so that we can work with more arguments. So now we are going to work with 2 arguments. I think, yeah. What we're supposed to do? We have to change the value of order to this. Okay, this is something ugly. And okay, now we are going to change our repeat parameters also. So now they are. Let me change this accordingly. So now we are going to define more variable times to repeat is 4. Okay. So I'm just keeping it for you so that it you have to calculate how to do this last segment, because I just know this is all about functions, how to use functions and how to use repeat again and again. So I'm not doing this section. I'm just moving it ahead. Next. And done. So now when you are done with this, you have to give a quiz. I'm not doing because I don't want to break the suspense for you. But once you do it, you are going to, I guess, do this. Okay, I just move it ahead. Open already. So once you do it, you will get the Kotlin fundamentals one. I think it was which unit was it? Yeah, this kind of badge. So while you go further, the badges design or the different type of badges you receive, that just prove that you have learned something from this follow along session. Just cut this out. Let's just go to another segment of creating basic apps. Okay, so these are basic how to download and install Android Studio. So if you want to install Android Studio, just search Android Studio install. And just as it is product of Google, Google is going to directly ignore and get all your details about you. And see, here you have to just click on it. And once you do this, it will start. You have to agree to this agreement. You have to download it for Windows. And see, you get an exe file. Now I'm not doing this because I have already installed Android Studio on my device. But this is how you do it. Then what I have to do next? Okay, we have to run our basic code. Let's just do this. Okay, till now this Android gets started. I just request all other participants to install Android Studio on their local machines so that they can follow along in next sessions. What's in the okay, let's just see what was there. Hmm, a lot. This is not something you're going to see when you start. Just let me try again so that you can get that view what you will see. Okay. Because this is the basic beginner view that you will be able to see when you install Android Studio. So you won't able to see create new Flutter project because, but obviously when you start, you won't have been installed Flutter setup, means you haven't installed Flutter or you haven't update your Android Studio by installing Flutter plugins. So you won't see this, but you will see create new project open an existing project, get version control. So get from version control, what it does is, yeah, you have to just paste your URL here, your GitHub URL which you want to the code you want to download, and you want to run on your local device. You can do this, and these are just import project, import Gradle or basic Android architecture. This is something important here. So here there is configure. So here there is AVD manager. So now, in case you don't have any Android device which you can connect to which you can connect to your laptop and try running those. So what you can do is you can you can just create a virtual device, just like phone. I think I have Pixel 4. Let's do for Pixel 3. Next. So you have to decide which API target you want to focus on. I'm going with Pi. Set. Next. So now I'm just canceling this because this is going to take too much time. But now when you do next and next and next further, so it will just get set up for you. And then when you come back to this screen, so you can just run your AVD here. So now I haven't tested my running AVD because my laptop can't handle this much load. So I'm not running this now. You can go back to this. So I think this was only supposed to be done in this session. Download Android Studio. Yeah, install those. Check account. No. Create and run your first Android app. Start with this. So now what we have to do is, okay. So now what you have to do is here, you have to just click on create new project. You have to select a template. Basically, these are various templates provided by Android Studio or Google themselves, so that the life of developers become easy and they don't have to work. They don't have to do all those tedious jobs of developing basic templates and getting those errors out of their templates or copy and pasting from other repositories. So now I'm just going with empty activity. Just my application. Language is Kotlin. Here you can select SDKs. Here there are many SDKs where the one with which you want to work with. I'm going with Jellybean because as it suggests me here, you can use help me choose. So here it will let you know that what are the API levels which cover what percent of population using those devices. So let me just give it finish. Okay, I just showed you how to create AVD here. I'll just show you my AVD running because it will take too much patience. Okay, so we have to just wait till the files get indexed. Mm, yeah, see. Okay. Basically, once you are done with this, what you will see is very big time. Let's just let's just wait for 2 minutes and then let's see what happens. If it's done in 2 minutes, then I will be able to show you what all files does it contain in there. Till now, if you have any doubts or if you have any issues with installing Android Studio, setting up Kotlin with Android Studio, you can post your questions in comment section. We can help you out by reaching to you directly or by sharing Stack Overflow links with you. Okay, I think it's going to take time. Let's give it. So when you select this setup, just like I'm just doing now with project, but you don't have to do with this project. You have to do with Android because in Android section when you are going to work with XML files, then if you keep selected your project setup with this mode, then it will be helpful for you to work with design sections. Like when you open XML files, then you get three options. Like you want to only work with, you want to directly work with drag and drop, or if you want to get a preview and work with code, or if you directly only want to see code, you don't need a preview. You know what you are going to type. So this is the Android section which will be helping you for this. So now is it going to take time? And I'm not waiting for this. We are just going through. Yeah, Android Studio. This is application name. Happy birthday is the app name. So here you can see my application name. So there is build.creator. Okay, I have to wait for it only. Otherwise, we won't be able to see the similar file structure what it is shown here. Okay. So this is basically why I was telling you. See, if I change my section to project, I won't be amazing. Okay, so now I think this they have fixed it in this version. In previous versions, though, my few of my friends faced this issue. Like they were keeping up in project mode or they were keeping up in another mode, like in packages mode. So they were not able to see these three options on the top. But now you can see all these options and more. Okay, that's nice. So here there is a code what it will look like. So now it's still initializing. This is basically Kotlin. This is on create function. This is something which helps your app, it helps your XML files connect with your Kotlin file or Kotlin program. So on create function, what it does, it just creates a layout on your Android device screen. Okay, this is the preview. See, just like I've told you, three modes. This is only code mode. So here you can see what the only code of it. Here you can see both preview and code side by side. So that if I remove any code here, you can see what's going to happen. And if I just paste it back, it's back. And if you only want to work with design, so you can do this. You can just click on text here, and then there are declared attributes. You have to edit them here. Just content review. Here you can see text hello world. Here you can write how the world is. Question mark. And here when you will zoom, mhm, see it just changes back. So yeah, this is something I just wanted to show you. And there is a file. There is Gradle scripts. This is project level Gradle. Mm, So this is basically Gradle is basically uh, a system which is written in Groovy, which helps you automate your app development, and this also helps you getting your app installed on your device. Otherwise, you have to do all that tedious job of just transferring those APKs in your device or another resource and make them work on your device. So This is basically very easy how to run. Now I've connected my mobile here. So if you haven't connected your mobile, you will get some different options. Just like this is the AVD Pixel A3 API 30, which I created for testing purpose of another app. So you will get different versions, or you will get run on multiple device, or you can open your AVD manager from here also. So now when you will click on this play button, then it will start building the project, and it will it will start the process of installing that app on your device. So basically this is again a quiz on it. What is ID? What does Android Studio do? What is minimum SDK? Okay, so let me show you what is this minimum SDK. Yeah, it's here. Yeah, minimum SDK. So here for our app, minimum SDK is 16. So this is basically the minimum version of Android. Just like I can work with 16th version of Android. That is, the app can work minimum with 16th version of Android. Below that, it is kind of difficult because the configurations of app changes, and sometimes we have to lose the backward compatibility. But here it can work till the 16th version of Android, and you can and basically below those versions there are very few populations, so it just keeps on changing. So then what is purpose of virtual machine and all those things, you can just try and answer this to get your another badge on your device, another badge on your profile. So now let's, okay, I think we are running out of time. So is it possible, okay, I think it's possible for us, or no, just see, is it possible for us to do it? I think it's possible. Okay, so we are now creating our first app in Kotlin. Basically, okay. So let's just go with follow now. Basically, what you have to do is you have to click on file, then new project, then new empty activity. Now here they have asked us to keep it happy birthday. Okay, finish. So unfortunately, this is again going to take time to finish. Okay, there were some more updates, I think. Yeah. So now I do this full screen, or if I run this app on my mobile. So just give me a second so that I can show you what's going to happen here. This is actually a nice tool for those who like to work. This is basically helps you connect your mobile. Okay, this is, I think, yeah, this basics. Can I just skip it? Yeah. Okay, so His Gradle still do that. Okay. So now there is the build is still working. So once the build gets over, it will hint us that it's going to install that on my device. Okay, now you can see now here it is asking me to install. I'm just clicking on install. See, this is the screen, hello world screen, which you should see on your device when you run this app for first time. So I think for session. Yeah, it's just the same here. So now I think we are we are done with our time. So for this session, I was not able to complete all those sections, but we will continue from this point only in our next session, and we will create few more apps, and we will work with recycler view in next session. Because in this session it was much more of revision session from the previous session. But in next session we are going to deal with recyclers view, or we are going to see what is view adapter and all those things. So now we have to close this. uh, I just want to tell you one thing is you you start doing or start continuing this Android study jam on your own, because that will help you much more faster as you read, and you just try to do the same thing on your device. So it will help you realize what you do or what you write, and when you just start playing with those, you will get more of the information by yourself, and that's what the aim of Android study jam is. So thank you guys, thank you for participating in this session. If you have any doubts, you can just post your doubt on chat sections.